I brought through holographic breathing about 20 years ago. I was just meditating. This energy poured through me. I was breathing and trying to open up through the maxilla here. And this energy just poured through me as a blinding light. This energy poured through me. My lips got pulled together. My tongue got pulled onto the roof of the mouth. With the mouth closed and the lips closed, the tongue on the roof of the mouth, it's a gentle motion of the jaw. On the in-breath, the jaw was gently opening. On the out-breath, the jaw was gently closing. And this wave-like motion started moving through my face, through my brain, through my whole body. And I was dying of Lyme's disease at the time. I really didn't have, if I got another, because I was going from bronchitis to pneumonia to bronchitis on and on forever. If I had another bout of pneumonia, that would have been the end of me. And this new breathing, it just worked through every cell. It started healing my brain. Lyme disease attacks the brain, it attacks the glial cells. And my brain started breathing. I started to be able to eliminate the toxins that were building up from the Lyme disease. They started releasing away. And I started getting better. And it took a long time. Lyme disease is a terrible disease. And it was only 4 or 5 years ago it was completely gone. It didn't show anymore, as you know, the bugs weren't there anymore. But the devastation from it is because a lot of it is brain damage, because it is killing the brain cells and getting into the dura. But my health has continually improved. I mean, I've got a lot older at the same time, but my energy levels went up. I didn't die. And rather than teaching Tai Chi, Qigong, craniosacral therapy, healing, which I was doing before, I just started teaching holographic breathing. And it covers all areas of breath work, it covers all areas of healing. I get a lot of craniosacral therapists coming to me because this breathing motion that happens in holographic breathing is the same motion that people feel in craniosacral therapy. You can do your own craniosacral therapy session on yourself. You can heal your brain. An interesting thing was, as soon as it came through, I never needed to go to individual sessions with people again. I stopped, because I had a whole array of supporters and different groups. I just didn't need that anymore. It was like I could go on this investigation of my anatomy and my energy with this breath work. And I just used that. I made my own homeopathic remedies, and I used this breathing to heal the Lyme disease, to heal any infections I get, because Lyme disease destroys the immune system. You die of all of the different diseases you're picking up because you don't have an immune system anymore. So I'd make my own homeopathic remedies, and I'd do this breathing, and I systematically started healing my nervous system. And it's not just a physical thing. It was very clear from the beginning. There were channels. When I was teaching, when I was doing it, beings, I can't even call them beings, the energies, they're out of that realm of that you can quantify, because when you say beings, it infers like a person or an animal, but on a higher level. They were just these intelligences were coming through, and I knew that it was natural, because it just started and it never stopped. It became my normal breathing, but I knew it was natural because I would wake up in the night and I was breathing in that way in my sleep. And the channels were teaching me when I was asleep. I think I was too stubborn in the daytime to actually listen to them, because I never really thought of myself as a clairvoyant before. People had told me, I said, you're a clairvoyant. And I'd say, nah, no, I see energy, but I'm not really. But I think I was a bit scared of these different energies that were coming in. And when I was asleep, my body, you know, the mind wasn't there. My body said, yeah, we want that. He might not want that, we do. And they would come through and talk to me and teach me the different energy systems and what I needed to know when I was asleep. So I knew it was natural. I knew there was this spiritual element to it. And I just carried on and taught. It's been used in birth. Women have little to no pain through birth if they use holographic breathing, because you get the movement of the pelvis breathing, and the baby is breathed out. All of the women that I've taught, or mothers that I've taught holographic breathing for birth, had completely natural births with no intervention at all. I haven't taught great numbers, but everyone I've taught has had that experience. I don't get a huge amount of breath workers coming to me. I get healers, craniosacral therapists, astrologers, psychologists, the whole acupuncturist, the whole array. It seems to fit in with all of the different modalities. So I will just start teaching that so that you can have an experience of it. And then we'll have a short break, and then I will teach a further bit where we can take it in more detail. As I mentioned, in holographic breathing, the lips are closed. Now it's not easy to do the movement of the jaw just as I'm talking about it, because it's a bit counterintuitive, but we will do that in the meditation. We'll bring that in the guided meditation. But you can start off just by having the lips relaxed and closed. The upper surface of the tongue on the roof of the mouth. Now it's the tip of the tongue is close to or touching the front teeth, and it's the upper surface of the tongue on the roof of the mouth. Now over a period of time, the tongue becomes very supple and soft and just splays over the whole roof of the mouth. But to start off with, just having as much of the tongue on the roof of the mouth as feels comfortable, because it's important that it's not stressful in any way. It just needs to be comfortable. So the lips closed, the tongue on the roof of the mouth, the breath through the nose. Now I will describe the motion. You don't have to do it yet. It's a small motion. It's just half a finger width, 2 or 3 millimeters. The jaw opens on the in-breath and closes on the out-breath. So it just does this small motion. I'm going to demonstrate it for 2 or 3 breaths, so you can, you may not even see it because it's very subtle, but you will see that it's a subtle motion, and you'll also see that my lips aren't opening and closing, because that is the thing that most people, or some people, find hard, is to keep the lips closed as the jaw is moving. So I'll just do it for a little bit so you can see it. And it gets deeply kind of like, I don't even know how to describe the sensation of holographic breathing. Feels like some shamanistic, deep, tantric, kundalini meditation. You just start feeling all of these, just opens all of these energy meridians through the whole body, through the brain, and it just opens a whole conglomerate of different energies. It just connects to the earth, connects to the divine beings, and it has its own healing system. All of these different energy networks in the body start opening. The energies start transversing through the brain, which they're not normally doing. With our normal breath, it's this area is breathing, but with this, the whole face, the brain, the neck, the throat, all start breathing. So it activates the energies coming through the brain and kind of moves you into a different state of being. So when you're learning it for the first time, just for this first exercise, it's important to be sitting up, because as you move into it, it gets very relaxing very quickly, and often people fall asleep, which isn't a problem when you're normally doing it if you've already learnt it. But if you haven't learnt it and you fall asleep, then you won't learn it. But there is a point when it just starts working, it just becomes natural. And once you get to that point, it's fine. But if you pass out or miss bits before that point, then there's a problem, because you won't actually get holographic breathing. It's not an exercise, it's not connective breath, it's not with no spaces. There's a space as with your normal breathing. It's not fast, slow, it's just natural, relaxed, normal breathing, but with this motion. Now I'm just going to give people a chance just to have your lips closed and just start you don't have to do it with the breath, but having your lips closed and gently moving the jaw up and down, just to get the experience that you can it's a bit like chewing. You can move the jaw and have the lips closed. So just trying that, having the lips closed and moving the jaw. All right, good. You can let that come to an end. All right, you are now going to learn holographic breathing. So closing your eyes and just breathing naturally. And we're going to bring in some resources to start off with, sending a smile to the earth, sending some energy to the earth, and allowing the earth to say hello back. Allowing yourself to receive from the earth. Notice what that feels like through your body and through your energies. Allow yourself to connect to Mother Earth. Notice what that feels like. Allow that. And then sending a smile, sending some energy to the higher self and the beneficial energies. The beneficial energies, any channels, any divine beings or energies you like to work with. Sending a smile, sending some energy to the higher self and the beneficial energies. And allowing the higher self and the beneficial energies to say hello back. Allowing yourself to receive those energies. Notice what that feels like excuse me, through your body and through your energies, connecting to the earth, connecting to the higher self, and connecting to the beneficial energies. And asking the earth, the higher self, and the beneficial energies to be with you through the whole webinar as your resource and your guide. Okay, and we're going to start. So the lips are relaxed and closed, the tongue is relaxed and on the roof of the mouth. And just start making some gentle motions of the jaw, just opening and closing the jaw. Small emotion, small movement, and relaxed, up and down. About half a finger width, 2 or 3 millimeters. And just notice you can do that and keep the lips closed. Now slowing that motion down, letting that motion getting smaller. And then as the jaw is opening, letting the breath come in through the nose. As the jaw is closing, letting the breath exhale through the nose. Notice it feels like a little pump. As long as the lips stay closed and the tongue stays on the roof of the mouth, as the jaw opens, it kind of draws the breath in, the lungs fill. As the jaw gently closing, the breath is naturally exhaling through the nose. Feels like a little bellows. Notice how it synchronizes with the breath. The jaw relaxes open, the breath comes in. As the jaw relaxes closed, the breath leaves, relaxing the back of your neck, relaxing the back of your head, relaxing your whole body. We're just going to become used to this before we go on to the next bit. The jaw relaxes open, the breath comes in. The jaw relaxes closed, the breath leaves. Starts to feel more and more natural, feel more relaxed. Now we're going to change the whole gestalt on that. We're going to change where we're viewing from or what we're paying attention to. Now we're going to bring the attention to the breath. As the breath is coming in through the nose, the jaw relaxes open. As the breath comes out through the nose, the jaw relaxes closed. Notice the whole energy changes. Notice everything gets much more subtle. Notice energies start traveling through you. Breathing in, the jaw relaxes open. Breathing out, the jaw relaxes closed. The lips stay closed all of the time. The tongue stays relaxed and on the roof of the mouth all of the time. As the jaw is coming together on the out breath, it just floats. The teeth just float together. They barely touch. There's no stress there. They just hardly touch, or they don't have to touch at all. So the jaw is always relaxed and moving, or just gently being still. Breathing in, the jaw relaxes open. Breathing out, the jaw relaxes closed, relaxing the back of the neck, relaxing the back of the head. As this becomes more natural, we can just breathe and take our attention away from the jaw, being aware of the chest. The chest is opening, the jaw opens with it. The chest is closing, the jaw closes with it. Notice how it integrates with the motion of the chest. It is just becoming automatic. It is integrating with your breath. As your chest opens, the jaw relaxes open. As the chest closes, your jaw gently closes. Just natural. It's a memory. You've known this in your cells forever. This is part of you. This is part of your DNA. It's as if you already know this breathing. You have just remembered it. This is an initiation. The breathing just comes to life. A new breathing for a new time. On the in-breath, the abdomen is opening and the jaw relaxes open. On the out-breath, the abdomen is closing and the jaw relaxes closed. As you get this deep breath into your abdomen with no effort at all, it's not like you have to force it in any way. The abdomen just opens easily with the jaw open, closes easily with the jaw closing. And the pelvis, you can feel the pelvis opening to the sides on the in-breath and the pelvis closing immediately on the out-breath. Feel your pelvis breathing, feel your pelvic floor breathing. The holographic breathing has just become this natural thing. It is not a technique. We just take away some holding patterns of the jaw and it naturally moves with the breath in the same way as the ribs naturally move with the breath. Notice how in a subtle way your whole face has started to breathe, your whole cranium has started to breathe, your brain has started to breathe, your neck and throat have started to breathe. Everything is breathing. A bit like as you breathe in, every cell opens. As you breathe out, every cell closes. Notice how nurturing that is. It's as if you can nurture any cell or every cell in the body. You may feel energies moving through your pelvis, through your spine, through your brain. And you may feel yourself going into an altered state of consciousness. You may feel as if you're half asleep and half awake. Gently breathing. Allowing your connection to the earth, being aware of your arms and legs breathing, your hands and feet breathing, and your natural connection to the earth. The earth is a being. We are reflected in the earth, and the earth is reflected in us. Also be aware, if you wish, you can connect to the divine beings, the higher realms, the higher self. Allowing that to happen. Allowing those energies to come in. Notice you get a deeper breath in your lungs. Feeling it right down into your thighs, into your legs. Gently breathing. Okay, in about a minute, we're going to come back. Just gently slowing that down. And when you feel ready, gently allowing yourself to come back. So I run a free webinar normally once a month or even more often. And the next one will be on the summer solstice. Well, it'd be the Sunday just before the summer solstice. I'm not 100% sure of the topic, but I think it'll be around the tongue. There are free webinar recordings on YouTube. If you go to my YouTube channel, Holographic Breathing, just go onto the back of my channel. There's just loads of free tuition, all on different subjects, different things. On my website there is the same thing, and I run paid for webinars every Sunday where we go into much greater depth. So I think we'll just start with that. I'm going to put this onto full screen. All right, closing your eyes. And gently dropping into the holographic breathing. Notice how easy it comes. The lips are relaxed and closed, the tongue is relaxed and on the roof of the mouth. On the in-breath, It's like something has happened. You've remembered something. The jaw naturally opens on the in-breath. The jaw naturally closes on the out-breath. And gently breathing. And quite a lot of channeled energy coming in at the minute. Just notice if you can feel just energies, intelligences coming to you from above. You have this nice connection to your body and to the earth. And just notice, feel these deep, rich energies, divine energies, descending into you from above. Breathing gently. I thought I was going to do more about the tongue and jaw, but I think I'm going to do more about these energies that are coming in at the minute. Just making that prayer connect to the higher self, the beneficial higher energies. It's good to say beneficial, just so it gives it a cup, that it's just energies that you understand and are good for you. And also allowing your connection to the earth. You need to be earthed. And you don't have to do anything, you don't have to force anything, you don't have to try and do anything, and if nothing comes, it doesn't matter. But just allow yourself to speak to God or listen to God. Let that intelligence in, whatever it may be. Allow that wants to communicate with you to communicate. Allow that which wants to channel through you to channel through you. It's like a gate, it's like an allowing. You have to let go of your normal way of being an individual unit, and allow yourself to receive or be part of something bigger. It's not just us. It's not just the little me. We are part of the higher self. It's not that we channel the higher self. We are part of, we are intricate part of the higher self, and we have to let go of our ego identity, our individuality, to allow ourselves to be divine in a human body. Allow yourself to be divine in a human body. Allow those energies to transform your brain, transform your face, your neck, your throat, and right down into your body. and fill your body. We are a reflection of the divine energies. We are a holographic imprint of the higher energies. We are the same thing on a physical level, like a different octave. Allow yourself to connect to those higher octaves. Allow them to inhabit the whole of you. Allow them to speak with you. Allow them to communicate what they want to communicate. Very gently in the background, just doing holographic breathing. The holographic breathing opens the holographic relationship with the higher self. It opens our imprint to mirror the imprint of the higher self. And as they connect, we are not just channeling the higher self. We are the higher self. We are the physical representation of the higher self. And letting those divine energies transverse, melt, heal, transform every cell in your body, letting those higher imprints come down and activate every strand of DNA. Allow it. Allow it to happen. Allow yourself not just to be a messenger of the gods, but be the gods, part of the gods, at one with the gods, a representation of the higher self and the beyond in an earthly, physical life form. All it involves is a letting go of all that you perceive is you. All of the containments, all of the structures of how you think it should be and how you want it to go. For a while, just let go of all of those things. Allow yourself to be God, the Creator, the higher self, the divine realms, in human form. We are all that, but asleep. Disconnecting ourselves from that, no longer disconnect. Become one. Become whole It is your birthright. It is what you have come here to be. It is what you strive for. But in allowing it, you have to let go of you. You have to let go of who you believe you are, your identity, how you want things to go, what you think you need to do to survive, to get by, to stay alive. Be courageous. Be a true warrior. Allowing yourself to let go of who you think you are, to allow the new, to allow the transformation. There are no guarantees of what will happen. There are no guarantees of whether you will stay alive or die. There are no guarantees of what will happen in your life. But you can be your life. You can be as in heaven on earth. You can live in the divine energies whenever you want. The choice is yours. It's your choice. No need to meditate. No need to fight for your growth. Do these exercises. And just breathe with holographic breathing and allow the higher self to reflect in you. There is no tomorrow. There is no yesterday. There is now. Gently breathing with the holographic breathing. Let yourself be the communication. Let yourself be that is. Let yourself be beyond form, beyond structure, beyond time, beyond everything. Let yourself be that is. That deep nothingness of everything and nothing. Breathing gently, being aware of your throat, being aware of your legs, and being aware of being the communication in a physical form. We're going to come back in about a minute. Letting that become more gentle. Letting that become softer. And saying thank you to the earth. Saying thank you to the higher self and the divine beings. Saying thank you to yourself for being willing to go on that journey. And letting the energies go off for love and healing to the earth, for love and healing to the higher self, for love and healing to the beneficial energies, the divine energies, the Creator, God, the beyond. Just being aware a bit of your thighs and legs, letting the energies ground, and your feet. Letting yourself come into a physical form. Your heels, the soles of your feet, the soles of your hands. Letting the energies go out to all sentient beings for love and healing. And you are a sentient being, allowing yourself to be loved and healed. So I wasn't expecting to do that. The energies just started coming through, so that is where we went. As I say, I have webinars every Sunday. That is always part of it. There is always this communication with the beyond, the physical and energetic manifestations. So you can see the upcoming webinars on my website, the webinar page.